Alright, here's another updated version of moving around the layout, and I want to show you the new sections. I took out the bridge. Bridge is on the bed. Took out the bridge, took out the zigzag I had over there in the corner. Kind of moved everything around just a little bit. Put the chicane up on the SCX stilts or track supports that you buy. These are analog track supports. They're not, you have to look for them in the analog section of the catalog. And then I went and didn't add a whole lot, but I moved around, came around with a half track underneath, just beyond the switch right there. Underneath there, there's a half track. So there's half track under there. That is a closing track. That is a closing track. Then you got your straight. Then these are those tracks right there, your outer curve and then an outer curve. That's all I changed. Everything else is pretty much the same. This here is a quarter track still and a half track. Nobody else on eBay or on YouTube shows you exactly how they make the layout, so I'm going to. Because I think if you're going to make a video, show the layout and show your parts to the layout, man. Don't sit there and give people ideas and then you don't show them the whole layout. So what I did here is I took apart one of the super sliding curve tracks. So there's only 3 in there. And if anybody knows how to get in and out of that without the car stopping sometimes, unless you're using NASCAR, I'd like to hear some comments, because all my other cars, unless you go through putt slow, the car spins out right in the middle of the super sliding curve track. So you look at some of the other videos and it looks like they're going through it at high speeds, and I don't see it happening. I just don't. You got to drive the car through it slow. But I guess that's what it is. It's a stupid oil slick. So you got to drive through it slow. That whole area looks like it, you know, it's supposed to represent an oil slick. So you're supposed to go around the corner slow, I guess. But on the videos, it looks like those cars are going through at high speed. I don't see it. Alright, so I'm going to use the Resys 29 Pennzoil NASCAR. This is a 2008 car, and all the other ones are a little older because they still have the older ARS. And
I don't want you to be happy. That's not.
I'll let you see for yourself how it runs.
I think that serious about anyone is a bad idea. Why are you doing that?
See, that NASCAR goes through this stuff like water. You know, I can go through everything at pretty good speed, so, you know, NASCAR is probably one of the best cars out there, I think, on the market. If you want to go around your track fast, get a NASCAR. You want to putt around and try to learn how to drive, get a different car. But this is the bomb. Now watch, full throttle. Oh, jump the track. Kind of knew I would. Oh, another thing I wanted to tell you too. I forgot to mention these 2 tracks underneath here. This one and the next one are actually banked curves. So you just take your bank off the curve and put it in there for wide. And that was another thing too, is they were saying online that these curves here are a little wider than the outer curves. They're identical. If you take your outer curves, which you get 4 to make a or you get 4 to make a quarter circle and 8 to make a half circle. You take 2 of those and it represents one of those. Somebody was saying online on YouTube that this track is wider than the outer curve, which is not true. They're identical. The only thing that separates them is the fact that it's one piece, and that's 2 pieces when you make a a section, so that's wrong. But yeah, as you can see, this car really flies through there. Now what I want to do is bring that car around and throw on, like, let's see if that one's programmed. Alright, now I got an FXX on there. Let's see how this goes through. Now watch. See? It's spun out. So now I gotta go over there and I gotta play. I gotta play Marshall. I am my own Marshall today.
Do you know how your vitamins are made? No, I don't have any idea. Do you know that Nature Made is made?
There is one other car that kind of goes through there a little better.
I could switch to Nature.
And that's this car here. So I'll show you that one right away. It goes through it pretty good. Granted, this is an awesome car, that FXX, but this car goes through the super sliding curb track pretty good. Ferrari, I think that is. See, it gets stuck? Watch. We'll do that again. Watch it get stuck. See it get stuck? Now I want to know if anybody knows why it's doing that. Look at, it got stuck. See, it got stuck. Oh, came off the track. I gotta fix this curve. Give me a second. I gotta put a bank on that curve. Or not a bank, but a protector, so that the car will stay on the track a little better. Maybe it'll help. That's another thing they gotta do, is they gotta make, we gotta talk to, get on the ball with SCX and Technotoys and tell them to start making these little pieces. There's no filler piece for this track. There's no filler piece for this track to fill that gap in. Got to get on Technotoys, tell them to start molding that, and get that going. Oh, and then the only way you can do the, yeah, I think you can buy the outer curve, the red stuff, that checkered board border. I think you can buy that for the outer curve. So yeah, so then we got to get on them and see what they can do. But yeah, otherwise, I just want to race a little bit more. I kind of like this layout. It gives you a little bit more. Gives you a little bit more to do. Kind of makes it look cool going around and around and around. With this little room, I don't know. I can't. I think this room is probably. This is set up in probably
unless there's some kind of,
I'd say 10 or 11 feet by 5 feet. 10 or 11 by 5. And I'm not using the gas because I don't have the room. I could have on this layout though. I could have used, well, no, I can't. Well, no, I don't think I could have because I need too much room. So that's why I'm not using the gas today. I've got the gas. I got actually 2 pits. Bought a huge layout from this guy, and that's where I got most of these cars from. So yeah, and then so let's take that car. Got 8 minutes in already, I think, or so. I don't know exactly how many minutes this video is, but I just want to throw this car on the track real quick. This is one of the cars I got with that set. So I got to switch to port 1, and then this little car is pretty crazy, but it doesn't like that curve. I'll have to fix that. Goes through the slippy slide just like any other car, hard. See, stopped again. So, I'm going to try to see if I can use a stick. But yeah, I'm going to probably end this, and then I'll make another video. I'm glad YouTube lets you have 15 minutes now instead of just 10. That was probably the coolest thing they ever did. Okay, see, now it just fell off. And that's just a little rally car, and the little rally cars can't even go around there.
So I'm guessing
unless you're going slow, putt putt through the oil slick, putt putt through the oil slick. Alright, like I said, I'm going to end this now, and then, you know, I don't care, write whatever you want, leave some comments. I don't care if you think I'm a retard or what, just leave comments. I'd like to hear what you guys got to say, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
So like the prosecution. No, we don't have hospital.